Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Feels like there's a lot going on right now. So we've just got this pop up today. Void Soul Summon Pool event. That's quite hard to say. So basically we're doing a chance, or Raid are doing a chance to get perfect souls for powerful Void champs. During this event, you can summon champion souls from a unique pool. Obviously very similar to what they do with the Prism shards as well, but this is, I guess this is more selective because you would only go in for this event or really care about this event if you've already got some of the champs in the list. But it is kind of like, you know, the whale event of your dreams, I guess, if you are involved, because the souls in here are pretty damn nutty. So in terms of like meta champions or champions that just do a lot of work, you've got Georgid, you've got Sulfurion, who's been used quite a lot with Teox comps. You've got Leoris, Great Nuka, Lydia, we can all get her. Marishka, very, very strong. Everyone has a chance to get Mithrala. Not sure how much Necrit is still in the meta nowadays, but he's insanely strong as a defensive-based champ. Shuzen is someone that is used a ton for crazy teams, albeit, again, I don't know how important it is that her soul is strong versus the people that she's empowering. Sifi's still solid for Arena. Warlord, very strong for Arena. This fella, Narcissus, I've already got him luckily at a high soul rate, but damn, he is super strong. Isensa, who is kind of like popping up as a big fish. Yumiko, same sort of thing. So we've got some big souls in this event. Let's just check out and see if we've already got a list in Player in Play of where we can find these things. If you didn't know, you can come into this kind of Raid Shadow Legends, go into events, and then you can get a feel for where you're able to pick this stuff up. What we got here? Wednesday. So Summon Soul event is live. Normally, here you go. Dungeon Divers. So we've got Dungeon Divers where you can get Prism Jewels. That's one. So Dungeon Divers, I'm assuming actually works for the new dungeon. It must do, because you get rewards. The whole thing about Dungeon Divers not working in, you know, Minotaur and other areas where there's dungeons is that you don't get drops, but you do get drops from the new dungeon, which, what's his face is protecting, Odin. So potentially you're going to be farming that up anyway, are you? Are you in the mix of doing that? Just see if there's any others. Normally you get 2 events when it comes down to the Prism shards, but I'm only seeing 1 event so far when it comes to this. So basically what that means is if you do it, see if it's already live. Annoyingly, I said this the other day, I've got some sort of bug because I went abroad. So yeah, you got to get to 6,000 points in 3 days, which is really, that's a lot of running. That's a lot of energy usage to get that done. Oh, Dungeon Divers kind of sucks at the minute. They've really, I can't believe it's still the same. They really need to adapt some of these point scoring because it sucks pretty hard, but it's going to guarantee you, if you get that, a single pull. Okay, so let's just see what those rates would look like. Like for whales and krakens that have got these champs that care about them, then, and let me actually just check the epics out. You've also got Coldheart in here, which would be good. Kemptum, yeah, okay. 6-star Gala is actually pretty solid as well in some content. Higher star level Aniri is also very cool for, you know, some of the kind of like duo stuff with Ninja. I've shown that off a bunch of times. So yeah, some good stuff in there. Anyway, so if you were buying, what are they saying here? So it's 45 per pull. So it's like a $5 per pull roughly. And, you know, some people that really want like a big Narcissus, they would go in big on these packs, right? So let's just see. So if you're pulling from this set, you've got a 28% chance of getting a legendary. So 1 in 4 of these is a legendary. And then if you get a legendary, you kind of got a 70% chance of it being a 2 or a 3-star. And then the rest, so 30% chance of it being 4-star or higher. 4-star is like the cutoff when things start to get juicy. Okay, so it's like a 1 in 4 and then what, a 3 in 10 after that. Does that make it a 1 in 12? I don't know. Anyway, basically, it is your best chance of getting a high level epic or legendary soul. That's what it is. But and we have the chance to farm for 1 of them for free, albeit You say for free, but then that's a high amount of points on Dungeon Divers. These type of events are actually pretty good when it comes to the Prism Shards and the Souls, providing you can go out and get the free ones, yeah? And obviously you then try your luck, and it's a lottery and all that sort of stuff, but they are the best ways to get these high-end rewards probably in the game now. You know, the Prism Shards are like the equivalent of getting a Sacred. These ones, I mean, these are kind of like the equivalent of getting, you know, is it like a big boy one? I think it's pretty much like a big boy one. 30% chance of, what's the chance of getting a legendary from the big boy one? Yeah, 30% chance of a legendary, pretty similar. And then obviously you're hoping for a big one. But yeah, it's like the equivalent of farming for one of these, which is a big reward. People don't really appreciate it, but it is a big reward. It's just quite a bit of a grind to get there. Now, we do need to be aware that we've got some various bits coming, right? So obviously the low-key event is live, and we've got the opportunity to earn low-key right now. I did a video showcasing them in Hydra yesterday. Obviously, everyone moans about, oh, you've got gear. Of course I've got gear. I've played the game for 5 years. I even took all my accessories off. But anyway, I think he's a good Hydra champion. I also think he's going to be cool for Arena. But I don't think he's like an all-rounder great champion like we've seen in some of the free legendaries. So he's decent, but not crazy in my opinion. So Loki's already happening. But then this I hadn't seen whilst I was out in Germany. So how to get Thor, Odin, and Freya, our other 3 Norse-inspired champions. So they will be attainable via dedicated activities that run over the course of the event. The hulking Fae of Thunder, Thor, will be yours to earn from a fusion that actually runs from September 5th to September 20th. So basically starting this time next week. Normally, or tomorrow next week, normally we will get information about a fusion like perhaps the Friday before they go live. So I'm expecting to see some sort of information drop about Thor on Thursday or Friday this week, or at the latest Monday next week. So as soon as I know more, I will let you know. Check in the in-game event hub regularly to learn how you can add Freya and Odin to your cores as well. You will be able to summon Freya through shards from August 21st. That's already, and Odin the same way after October 24th. So it looks like Odin is not in the pool right now, but will be after the 24th. Let me just check that actually. Is that just worded weirdly? They have kind of like a exclusivity around who's not around. So yeah, Odin is not in the mix right now. He's excluded from summons, but looks like after the event he will just go into the summon pool. And then the last thing, which again I'm just catching up on here, so it says here you can recruit Freya via a dedicated Deck of Fate event and various summon events. So there's going to be a Deck of Fate possibly this weekend. There's a good chance it's going to be this weekend because you then go into Thor Fusion from next week. And I don't know if they would put the Deck of Fate in whilst the Thor Fusion is running, because people just generally don't have the resources unless they want it to be a straight spend up. I'm sure they want it to be a straight spend up, by the way, but they're not normally doing that. So I think there's a good chance we're going to get a Freya Deck of Fate this weekend. And there's probably a good chance it's going to be a shard event so that they kind of clear your shards out before you get into a fusion. It's possible, though, it could be a champion training or a soul-based Deck of Fate, but I doubt it. I think it's going to be a shard-based event. And normally with those type of things, you need a good 20 or so sacreds to make that happen, which is a ton. Like we know these guaranteed kind of like champion events, they take a ton of resources. Now Freya is she's on the test server, by the way, and she is really strong. So definitely you need to keep these things in mind. Like if you've got a choice of am I going for Thor or am I going for Freya, well, obviously it comes down to what your account needs, but Freya has got some really, really cool mechanics. She's got Provoke A1. She's got increased defense for the team on the A2, but placing a big shield as well based on her defense and the target's enemy max HP. So this is like a Valk shield, but with a different mechanic into it. So I'll probably do a playtest of her soon and just see what I can get out of her on the test server. She's got really high base speed and high base defense as well. She's got a full cleanse for your team and block debuffs and a turn me to feel. This is a brilliant A3. So I think she's going to be quite high priority for people on this deck of fate when it happens. She's got its passive as well, so it increases her defense by 5% each time an ally inflicts a crit. Which, if you're building your champs properly, I mean, it should just basically be every hit. So you can get to this 50% additional defense really quick. And because it's in-game, you're going to get that stacking on top of things like increased defense, auras, your base defense number anyway. So this is going to end up being a colossal amount of defense, honestly. You might be able to get her up to like 7k anyway. So she's going to be like cruising above 10k when she's putting out this shield. So it could be nuts, honestly. She's got an active effect as well. Prevents the death of an ally with the highest crit damage. So your nuker pretty much has got like an extra survival thing. So it says here, prevents the death of an ally with highest crit damage, except this champion, and keeps them alive with 1 HP when hit with a fatal hit. So yeah, this is on a 5-turn cooldown. So there's a bit of a cooldown on it. It says here as well, then heals that ally by 20% of their max HP and activates instant turn on them. An instant turn is one of the reasons why one of those champions that's got the big soul, Shuzen, is so like high priority right now, because I mean, damn, she just allows someone like, she does it in a different way, but she allows people like Trunda to just get their abilities away straight away. So I wonder if there's going to be some sort of way that you're incorporating Freya into those crazy teams. But yeah, definitely one to be aware of, because I think she's kind of nuts. And yeah, as I say, I'll have a playtest over this week and see what I think. But yeah, tons going on, tons to kind of like watch out for. Let me know what you think, and yeah, see you in the next one.